Hey guys, Sak here from Saki Tech, and in today's video what we are going to do is we are going to be comparing the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 to the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. So both of these phones are the current flagship offerings from Samsung. One of them is their latest foldable and the other one is their latest standard form smartphone. Now this video is going to be designed for people that want to make a choice between the two to find out which one is better and why. Or if you have a Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, should you upgrade to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6? In the first part, we are going to be talking about the biggest differences between these two smartphones. In the second part, we're going to be talking about everything that is actually the same between these two products, and there are some similarities. Then we are going to be talking about the Fold 6 advantages over the S24 Ultra. And finally, we are going to be talking about the S24 Ultra advantages over the Fold 6. And finally, we are going to get you guys a precise conclusion. So let's dive in and get started right away. Before we dive in, there is going to be some exclusive links below for Saki Tech viewers that will get you the lowest pricing and the best incentive. Here's what they are. $100 instant discount, which will be a limited time deal. Free double storage, up to $1,200 in trading credits, and 25% off on the new Watch Ultra and the Buds. Those links are going to be down below. Let's dive in. Alright, so one of the biggest differences between these two smartphones is the actual form factor, and it's a huge deal. So the Fold 6 is designed to be used a certain way. The Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is designed to be a certain way as well, and most people know how to use that one. So what you have on the Fold 6 is an inner-outer display. That's the first display, and it's going to be a slightly narrow display specifically designed to get things done quickly. You want to make a quick phone call? Dial the number, make the call. You want to send a text message? Quickly compose a message. You want to check off something on your to-do list? You can use this narrow display. That doesn't mean the display is not fully functional. It is a fully functional display. You can do anything on it, but the narrow design is so that you can have it in one hand and use it easily for quick tasks when it is folded. However, when you want to go to the next level, you unfold it and you get a large, beautiful display on the inside. It is going to be a 7.6-inch display. Same peak brightness as the S24 Ultra, 2600 nits. This is the display you can use to read a book, watch a movie on that gorgeous display, do some research, do some multitasking, and do all kinds of productivity tasks. So basically, the narrow phone transforms into a mid-sized tablet. So in your hand, you have a phone and a tablet on the go, ready to transform when you want it to. And of course, with the large inner display, you can also use the S Pen to take notes, do sketches, or any other kind of productivity work on the larger display. The Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is a traditional phone. Everything is done on one screen. And by having one screen, you are limited in size, but obviously it cannot be transformed into a tablet, which is an appeal of the Fold 6. The S24 Ultra simply cannot replicate this benefit you get with the foldable form factor, and also with the refinements on the Fold 6 over the previous models. It really feels like the more technologically advanced smartphone. So that is the biggest difference. It is the actual form factor of these two smartphones and how you can actually use them. Let's quickly move on and talk about all the similarities, and then we'll look at the advantages and disadvantages of one phone over the other. Alright, so when it comes to performance, you've got the same exact processor on both of these smartphones. That is going to be a powerful Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor. Both of these phones are going to have 12 gigabytes of RAM, and you are able to get them up to with 1 terabytes of storage. So in that respect, they're the same. And also, both phones do have water resistance, but I do want to clarify, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra has IP68 water resistance, while the Z Fold 6 has an IP48, so it is slightly lower than the S24 Ultra. But of course, both phones have wireless charging. You can also use either one of these phones to do reverse wireless charging. So you can charge accessories like Galaxy earbuds on the back of these phones, no problem. We also have the S Pen functionality on both of these phones, but there are some nuances, so we'll talk about that in a second as well. Next up, both of these phones have great stereo speakers and Dolby Atmos sound. So watching videos, listening to music with the built-in speakers is going to be highly satisfactory. And finally, they both have, even though the Fold has more displays, overall the quality and the brightness of the displays is in fact similar. They're equally bright at 2600 nits, and they basically use the same technology to get you a bright and crisp display experience. Alright, so let's talk about the advantage Fold 6 has over the S24 Ultra. Basically, it is that inner display. It is simply something you can be more productive on, get more work done, and be more efficient. So for example, on the Fold 6, I can do multitasking with 3 separate windows at the same time, while the S24 Ultra is limited to 2 windows at the same time. But even if I switch to 2-window multitasking on the Fold 5, I have more area to work with, which makes work easy. It just makes it easy when you have a larger real estate. That translates to the S Pen. If you're using the S Pen to take notes, or if you're using it to make a sketch or whatever you need, you will be able to utilize the larger canvas on the Fold 6 to be more creative. But I do want to mention that the S Pen, obviously with the Fold 6, does not have a housing in the chassis like the S24 Ultra. So you have to carry it with you, and that means you probably want to purchase a case with built-in S Pen in it. On the S24 Ultra, it feels part of a whole, but on the Fold 6, it feels like a separate entity. So remember, you do have the outer display to get the little stuff done, but the bigger display to get the bigger stuff done. That is one of the biggest advantages of the Fold form factor. So let's move on and talk about the advantages the S24 Ultra has over the Fold 6. And there's more on the S24 Ultra. One of them is you will get slightly better battery life. Both of these guys have a super efficient chip, so you will get great battery life, full day of use, no problem. But the S24 Ultra is gonna pull ahead with a few hours of extra battery life. Just something to keep in mind. And because the S24 Ultra has that traditional form factor and the main display is made out of Gorilla Glass Victus 2, it is simply going to be the more durable smartphone overall. Because remember, when you unfold the Fold 6, the inner display is not Gorilla Glass Victus 2. It is ultra thin glass. The outer display is just as tough as the S24 Ultra, but when you unfold it, you have a slightly more tender product. That doesn't mean it's going to break, you just have to be a little bit more extra careful. Now I do want to mention one more quick difference. The S24 Ultra has titanium build quality, while the Fold 6 sticks with the enhanced armor aluminum. So this is going to have slightly better build quality overall. And finally, the camera. The S24 Ultra does have the stronger camera system. You have a 200 megapixel main sensor that will take better photos than the 50 megapixel on the Z Fold 5. They're not going to be dramatically better, but it's still going to be slightly better. But then when you move on to the telephoto lens, that's when the S24 Ultra has those powerful zooming capabilities. If you need those, then you have to stick with the S24 Ultra. It can do up to 100x digital zoom and also 5x optical zoom at high quality. And remember, even the telephoto lens on the S24 Ultra is a 50 megapixel lens, while the Z Fold 6 has a 10 megapixel telephoto lens with 3 times optical zoom. So the overall camera system, the camera array, is better on the S24 Ultra. But the key is, both of these phones will take amazing photos and videos in all conditions, but if you just want the extreme options, then the S24 Ultra is going to serve you better. Now the final thing I'm going to talk about before the conclusion is the price. Something we just have to mention, the Z Fold 6 is $1,900. The S24 Ultra is $1,300. So there is a price difference. You don't get the larger screen and the dual displays and the folding technology for free. You have to pay for it. But of course, Samsung is always running some great deals on their latest phones, so those prices will come down if you're doing trade-ins and stuff like that. The links are going to be down below. You can check those out. So what is the conclusion? Both phones have many similarities we mentioned. The processor, RAM, stereo speakers, S-Pen functionality, water resistance, wireless charging are all the same. But then the Fold 6 has that unbeatable advantage of being a phone and a mid-sized tablet at the same time. And anytime you're using the larger display, everything you do is enhanced. Pleasure or work, multitasking will be superior. It does feel like a technological marvel, although with a high price tag. On the flip side, the S24 Ultra comes with the traditional form factor, has a longer battery life, superior build, and better cameras for extreme conditions. So it is hard to say which one is better because as a consumer, all you have to do is to make the decision based on factors mentioned in this video. Do you like having a phone and a tablet all in one? Can you afford it? If yes, get the Fold. Or do you prefer a perfected smartphone in the traditional form factor, but one that cannot transform into a tablet? So you see, this will be up to you. It's impossible to pick a winner. It's a need-based situation. All right, guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. Let me know. Let me know which one is your choice. And for now, have a fantastic day.